All right, man. Peace, peace, peace. I just want to come back with a quick video, man. I was looking at this too yesterday, man. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High Yahshua is blessing your day. By His mercies, you are consumed. We're alive in the Most High Yahshua's body. Um, yeah, I just want to get into this, man. And going to because a lot of times too, I think brothers in Discord that was talking about this yesterday. Um, a lot of times, even after we talked about this yesterday about being in, captivity and things of that nature. We're really in captivity to sin and death, honestly. But then just in natural captivity and just going through daily life, man. But I realize, man, like we can't take this word for granted. I know I'm speaking for myself, man. I just can't take because we got the reward right now, man. And let's get it was the third yesterday, man. But yeah, I'll just get to Job 3 real quick, man. I'll just get to Job 3. Cause yeah, man. Cause you know it's crazy because I was just talking about with my homie yesterday. We was talking about how we was talking about movies and things of that nature. But we used to no, we was talking about the movie Lottery Ticket, man. It's like with Bow Wow, Brandon T. Jackson and stuff like that. We was talking about the movie. And I was saying that was like the movie that just came closest to that was the movie that came closest to if there ever was another like Friday movie, that was the movie that came closest to it. But my point being is that I'm because I'm saying this on a natural tip, because I remember in the Redman interview, he was actually talking about the movie Friday, things of that nature. But he said, "Listen, man, it just shows you like things ain't always bad in the hood. We laugh, we have a good time, things of that nature." But it's I said it to say, man, because a lot of times too, even in this captivity, man, it's like listen, it's that Jeremiah 29, man. Listen, things ain't always like bad stuff like that. You don't always have to get because listen, man, that actually no, we was talking about this with the brothers in the Discord, that man, how should I said, and listen, I pray you not take them out of the world. I just just keep them away from the evil in it, man. So that's what it is, because what in the whole world wildlife and wickedness. So this it's not a really shocker, like we read in Ecclesiastes 5:8 yesterday, what world we're living in. We shouldn't really be shocked because this thing stuff was written to happen too. So but a lot of times too, man, you can still enjoy yourself and happy. No, let's get to John before we get that, and before we get this in Job, let's go to John real quick, man, because yeah, because this is like the brother Kwame Call said one time. Listen, you gotta remember the peace that Yahushua, Most High Yahushua gave us, man. His comforter, which is his Holy Spirit, which is his spirit. Um, John chapter 14, verse 27. It says, it's going coping with exactly. Peace I leave with you, and my peace I leave with you, and I give unto you, not as the world giveth, but I give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. So let's look at this again. It says, "Peace I leave with you, and my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth. Give I unto you. Not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." So man, exactly. Peace he left. Most High Yahshua said, "Listen, peace I leave unto you, man." But let's get to Job chapter 3, verse 18. It says, "There are prisoners that rest together," and we're Yahushua came to let the prisoners free, man. Not just naturally, just us other nations, but to sin and death, man. Honestly, yeah. So that's what it is too. There are prisoners that rest easily. They hear not the voice of the oppressor, because why? What? Because they don't hear the voice of the oppressor, that being what ultimately sin and death. Because what John 10, my sheep hear my voice. So we hearing the voice of Most High Yahushua through His word, because he is the word, of course. It says there are prisoners that rest together, but they hear not the voice of the oppressor. So even on natural tip, man, this lines up with Jeremiah 29, man. Listen, and even in Timothy, even Baruch 1, man. Listen, this is the land that we're in, man. Let's just pray for the peace for it. Let's go on. Listen, this captivity get annoying. These other nations, the Edomites, these other nations, these Arabs, Ishmaelites, Ethiopians, Cushites, Hamites. A lot of times, these Asians, stuff like that, get on your nerves. And while I talk about sometimes how it is and how it is in captivity, while I address those dynamics, because it's a balanced thing. But at the end of the day, man, listen, man, it is what it is, man. This is the one is something that we did, so it is what it is. But also, too, man, let's get this. But gotta realize too, we still had a war, man. Because I was looking at this in Genesis 15 today, man. I mean yesterday, man. So I realized, man, The war is even now, man. Us even knowing this word, the Most High in your house, shot knowing them, man. And like even like the brothers and sisters that you met during this time through your walk, the new family that you gain, like new brotherhood, new sisterhoods, or the new like relationships, even if it's via internet or of course in person or things of that nature, or just your family, your loved ones seeing the change in you, man. That's a war right there. Like on this side as well. Let's grab this too, because it's good. Genesis chapter 15, real quick. And 1, he says, "Yep." It says, Genesis 15:1. It says, "After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield, because you see, and thy exceeding great reward." So yeah, exactly. Even on the side, even before Abraham got the promises and like the and things, and this is when his name was even Abram, man. So yeah, it says but the Lord saying this, knowing them, like knowing Exodus 34:6, Numbers 14:18, knowing Jeremiah 9:24, knowing who the Most High house is, like who they are, man. That's your reward there, man. So, like after after these things, the word of the Lord and, came Abram came unto Abram in a vision, saying, "Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield. I am thy exceeding great reward." So yeah, exactly, man. Because this is akin to this, man. Like a lot of times, women like say if you in the right relationship too. Because like I shout to Judah Mac and Masharathi because they brought this out a while back, man. On the Trap with this thing, Trap with this page. They said, listen, man, like a lot of times too, when a woman gets with you, things that nature, like missing, like isn't that like of course, like we should have the mind like according to our Father in heaven, man, that the Most High house. Listen, like just being around that man, a lot of times that's the reward, that's the greatness of it. Of course, like as of course you gotta do your due diligence as a man supposed to, because listen, doesn't the Most High house shall provide and take care of our necessities and lead and guide and direct us? Yeah, but you can't just say that just merely off existing. There's certain things you have to do, but listen. That's a lot of times some women don't understand. Like, listen, just being with that good man, that's a war right there. You want it to be all this and that and all things that like your will and things of that nature. You want things that just go your way all the time. But no, man, that's the war right there. Being just attached to that man right there, that good man right there. You don't see the perks of that. Like same here. Like not just the natural women, but Jeremiah 6:2. Like that's a perk with it. Like knowing that the Most High is, let's look at Exodus 34:6. I'm not gonna read it, but like just look at the qualities of this man. Know that he's this merciful, gracious, long suffering, abundance and goodness and truth. Exactly. So knowing all these things, man, knowing that's the word right there. Just know him. Like that's why he says that. What we about to get in Isaiah. I'm about to read Genesis one more time. But yeah. Exactly. Numbers 14:18. He says, listen, the Lord is long suffering, and a great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto a third and fourth generation. But yeah, know that he's long suffering, a great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, man. Exactly. Knowing that he's merciful, abundant in goodness and truth, long suffering, loving, patient, all these things, man. Or keeps his word, changes not, like all these things, man. That's the war right there, even on this side. But let's get this too. Genesis chapter 15, verse 1. And after these things, the word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision, saying, "Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield, and thy exceeding great reward." So exactly, man. So yeah. So let's go to Isaiah real quick, man. Because he tells us he did the same thing he told to Abraham. And we go and confirm it too. Yeah, man, I can't take this for granted too, man. I'm speaking for me myself too as well, man. Like listen, no matter what you're going through, man, still gotta recognize this, man. Like and a lot of times, even when I'm going through stuff, man, like this is the best part of my life. Like this is where I do get like my peace. This is like just reading a lot of times the word and different talking to different brothers and sisters. Like this is the best part of it. A lot of times the secular stuff in my life, the other stuff, secular stuff, and other stuff can be going on in my life, and it's like could be hitting rough patches, trials and tribulations. But hey, that's life. That's where the in the word, out the word. Because like but all that stuff is other Lord, like right, like in Sirach. But listen, man, this could be the best part, man. But let's grab this Isaiah 1 and 52 and 12 real quick, because he says the same thing to us. He says, for ye shall not go out in haste, nor go out by flight, but the Lord will go before you, and the Lord, and the God of Israel should be your reward. Exactly. And the same thing he said to Abraham, man. Abraham. Hey, listen, he said, I'm your reward, even on this side too, man. Because you know how he said that to that you know how that's the same thing he said. Because listen, he probably said that. Because listen, he said Isaiah 51 and verse 2. He says, "Look unto Abraham your father, and unto Sarah that bare you, for I called him alone and blessed him, and increased him." Yeah, so he just said, so like he said in Genesis 51, he said he called him alone, and he told him that alone, I'm your reward. Just like he's saying this to us, like listen, he's our reward, man. The most in the house out there, our reward, even on this side and then on the next, man. Exactly, man. Because the war, like that's just like that's why your house. I said, what the kingdom is within you, man. Like exactly that inward man. Like honestly, your mentality, spirit. Like um, killing off that the old man, inward man. Listen, like growing man. That's the kingdom. The kingdom's within you, man. But let's grab the Mark chapter. House shot says the same thing. Like Mark chapter 10, verse 30, he says, "But he shall receive 1,000, but he shall see a hover." I'm sorry, Mark chapter 10, verse 30. "But he shall receive 100-fold now in this time." Notice he said in this time, even currently, because they was in the Roman captivity during that time. They was in captivity in during that time, man. Like he said, listen, but he shall see 100-fold. Now this time, houses and brethren and sisters and mothers and children and lands with persecutions in the world and in the world to come to eternal life. So exactly. So he said even in this time and in time to come. But listen, notice I said, listen, you see houses, you get houses, brethren, sisters, mothers, children, all the brothers and sisters that you meet, man. So a lot of brothers and sisters in this world, man, have got new family, man. Like of course you can still love your old family, your actual loved ones, even if you didn't have family, old loved ones as well. But even sometimes. But it didn't happen that way. Like no matter what party, because a lot of times too is how you act and how you bring the information to them. It was kind of all put into your family, so that's why they didn't really want to deal with you. But a lot of times too is another time too. I know brothers like this too. They're changing. They change brothers and sisters as well. They change their life up. Like and of course that's that separation comes in. Their family they didn't want nothing to do with it. So it's really a balance things with that. But yeah, man. But but listen, man, don't take that stuff for granted. But even this knowing the most on your house shot, knowing the knowledge and wisdom understanding that he gives you, him being God to your life, the spirit, you come to the new creature in that, man. That's a reward right here on this side. And of course, we want the war on the side to come and the kingdom to come, of course, man. So yeah. But so but he shall receive 100-fold. Now this time, he said, now this time, houses and brethren and sisters and mothers and children and lands with persecutions and in the world to come eternal life. So yeah, exactly. Overcoming sin and death, man. So that's just is what it is, man. So yeah, man, that's just all the war, man. The war is most high in your house shot, man. On this side and in the next. So yeah, that's just it is what it is, man. Because you know. Yeah, man, because I want to go into this, man, because it's like thought it was very interesting, man. Everything is like just coping with captivity, not even like on that, because ultimately, man, we in that Job captivity, man. Like for that inward, man, to increase that to sin and death and that captivity of the being how faith can overcome, man. Because of course Job, he kept the law of things. He was perfect, man. He kept the law of things in nature, but he realized, okay, that's not just makes me righteous. This is my belief in the Most High Yahushua, man. And that's what that Job 42, the Most High got rid of that captivity of Job, man. So yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on this, man. So hopefully this is edifying for y'all brothers and sisters. So yeah, I don't got anything more to say. So peace.